Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the 2026 Halloween Festival. Today, I am coming to you partially live with Group D. To kick off Group D here today, we have our first race here to kick off Group D today. We have the Aston Martin DB4 GT High Speed Edition in lane 1 up against one of our various NASCAR cars, this one being a signed number 24 Jeff Gordon Halsman C14, up against Speedbox in lane 6 and Blitz Speeder in lane 5. 3, 2, 1. Actually, wait. Hang on, let me test the track first. There we go. Man, I am really just doing this out the blue today, so that's why it sounds so off, in case you're wondering, or in case I keep stuttering like I am now. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, and Blitz Speeder and Speedbox closely go down the track, followed behind very closely by the Halston Z14, followed very closely by number 24. But the DB5 was nowhere in sight, unfortunately, which puts Speedbox into the next round. Up now, Ford, Corvette, Wrangler, and a custom car. Up now, our custom car is Dragon Blaster in lane 6, up against the Hummer Concept in lane 5, up against the 2009 Corvette ZR1 in lane 1. In lane 1. Yeah, there's lane 1. Up against the 2017 Ford GT in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, and there goes the Corvette ZR1. Corvette moving on into the next round. Absolutely diabolical. Corvette had a very, very, very good start right there. And that is something that'll definitely win you a race. Anyways, on to our next matchup, next heat. We have the 1968 Mazda Cosmo Sport in lane 1, up against the X1 in lane 6, up against the Aston Martin Vantage GTE in lane 5, and the Lamborghini S-Stoke in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, and Aston Martin and the Stoke were head-to-head on that one. The Cosmo with a better start, but unable to keep up that forward momentum going down the track. And that is a win for Lamborghini, sending them into the next round up against the winner of this heat. Up now, we have the McLaren Solus GT in lane 6, up against Roadster Bite in blue on lane 5. Up against the Lotus Esprit S1 in lane 1. Up against the Porsche 934 Turbo RSR in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go! Ooh, and there we go, Roadster Bite. Roadster Bite moving on into the next round. That is a loss for McLaren, Porsche, and Lotus right there. Unfortunate. But they still have more cars to be raced, I believe, later on. Anyways, up now, we have the 1987 Ford Sierra Cosworth in lane 6, up against Robo Race Robocop in lane 5, up against the Lamborghini Urus in lane 2, and finally, last but not least, the 1987 Audi Quattro in lane 1. 3, 2, 1, go! And the Ford Sierra Cosworth is that Audi Quattro neck and neck the entire ride. Audi unable to pull off a win right there. That is a W for Ford as they move on into the next round. Up now, the Lamborghini Huracan in red in lane 6, up against a minor National Car League Recruit What for 2 in lane 5. Up against the 2015 Dodge Charger SRT in lane 2, up against the Alpine A110 in lane 1. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, and there goes 142. 142 absolutely cruising down the track. It is almost no competition from any of his other opponents as 142 moves on into the next round. Up now, the Jaguar XJ220 with the stripe up against Carbonic and green, Highway Warp Speeder in black, red, and orange, and the BMW i3. 3, 2, 1, go! And there goes Highway Warp Speeder. Highway Warp Speeder easily took that win away at the launch. The i3 started wiggling at launch and was unable to keep up. That was an unfortunate loss for them, but the show must go on with our next matchup. Mach Speeder in lane 1 up against Side Draft in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go! And Side Draft with a very good win right there. Side Draft had a really good launch out the gate. That was really good for them. We now move on into, I believe, this is the quarterfinals of Group D. I do not know exactly. Anyways, up now we have Speedbox in lane 2 against the Corvette ZR1 in lane 1. 3, 2, 1, go! And the Corvette ZR1 unable to get a good launch, and it is Speedbox that ends up taking the win. Corvette ends up falling down. An unfortunate loss for Corvette right there, but they should still have more cars to be raced. They have the Copo Corvette in Group A later on, as well as, I believe, somewhere in there should be another. But we'll see. Up now, the Lamborghini Stoke up against Roadster Bike. Both in lanes 1 and 2 in that order. 3, 2, 1, go! And there goes Roadster Bike. Roadster Bike beats the Lamborghini Stoke, and it is the Lamborghini Stoke that is eliminated. Up now, it is the Ford Sierra Crosswork up against What For 2. 3, 2, 1, go! And there goes the Ford Sierra Crosswork. The Ford Sierra Crosswork absolutely cruising right there. What For 2. Unable to pass up Ford. That is a victory for them going into the next round. Group D may go to the custom cars, presuming if the Ford Sierra Crossworth gets knocked out going into the semifinals. That could be an interesting turn of events. Anyways, up now, Side Draft in lane 1 up against Highway Warp Speeder in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go! Highway Warp Speeder with a way better launch at the beginning than Side Draft. That is what will determine the course of the majority of these races. And that is a win for Highway Warp Speeder. As we now move into the semifinals of Group D. Up now, we have Speedbox in lane 1 up against Roadster Bite in Blue in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go! They're neck and neck down the entire stretch, but it is Roadster Bite that ends up taking the win. Roadster Bite moving on into the next round. Up now, it is the Ford Sierra Crossworth in lane 1 up against Highway Warp Speeder in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go! And the Ford Sierra Crossworth with the comeback after getting a terrible launch right there at the start. Highway Warp Speeder would have had that race if it wasn't for that comeback during the, I believe, second piece of that segment right there, because the track is actually in smaller pieces for storage, like this. There we go. Up now, Roadster Bite, lane 1, up against the Ford Sierra Crossworth in lane 2. This is for the finals of Group D, and punching a ticket into what will be the Group Wars of the Halloween Festival, and a chance to have a title no other car will ever have, that would be the first ever Halloween festival winner. 3, 2, 1, go! And the Ford Sierra Crossworth, after a very bad launch, ends up recovering and neck and neck with Roadster Bite at the finish line. The Sierra Crossworth crosses the line first, and that is a division for Ford right there. Or I mean, a group for Ford right there. Nonetheless, next up, Group C, they will be racing almost momentarily as we get to see the last pieces of Porsche, parts of Audi and Ferrari, and some of Toyota going into Group C. I'm your host, Monty, signing off.